Have you ever felt disconnected, lost, or even unworthy? You need to listen to everything I'm about to say. How exactly can we fall in love with ourselves? By 𝐏𝐿𝐿. Your soul came into this world fully loved, and somewhere along the way you forgot. Self-love is actually about remembering the things that make you you. 𝐏𝐿 compares self-love like healing a wounded inner child. One of the most striking examples of this in the book is a child standing in front of a mirror and saying, "I love you, I see you, I'm there for you." How powerful would it be to reconnect to those parts of yourself that feel lost and abandoned and not taken care of? One of the biggest things the book has helped me with is to release negative beliefs about myself. All of these beliefs can come at me in a subconscious way, and I'll get little whispers making me feel like I'm not worthy or that I have self-doubts. The book says that your limiting beliefs and your self-doubts are not even your own, and that those beliefs or those words and those nasty things that you might think, they don't belong to you. They're not yours. They're thoughts about other people's situations and that you've adopted them. Take a moment to think about all the negative beliefs you might have about yourself, and think about if this thought is yours, if it's original from you. And if it is, you need to work on the relationship you have with yourself through self-talk. 𝐏𝐿 shares a powerful story about Sarah, who was always told that she's too loud, she's too much, she's too this. So she began to shrink herself in all aspects of her life because she didn't want to be perceived as too much or too much to handle. And this is where she begins to dim her own lights. So I want you to take a paper out and write down all of the negative beliefs you might have about yourself, and then write the opposites and say why you are enough, why you don't always fail, why things always work out in the end, and how every mistake is leading to a better part of you, a better version of you. 𝐏𝐿 also reminds us that loving yourself has a lot to do with your energy and how to protect that with boundaries, by not allowing people to constantly disrespect you and get past those boundaries. There's so many cases in my life where I just give and give and give, and then I feel resentful for all the times that I did say yes, and I'm more mad at myself than the other person because I tried to do my best, and somewhere along the line I pushed too far and I gave the person more than they were willing to ever give me. It's not saying that every kind act has to be transactional and you have to get something good back, but it's a reminder that you shouldn't put so much effort in people who do not put effort in yourself. So start small. Say no to one thing you want to say no to, and start honoring that inner voice that tells you and that guides you. You need to cultivate good daily practices for self-love, like having a good self-talk, a good morning routine, setting your intention of the day. There is truly a power in forgiveness, a transformational power in forgiveness. Now I want you to forgive all yourself for all the times that you've upset yourself or gone too far or said yes when you should have had said no, or done something you weren't happy about. And I want you to forgive other people. Forgiveness is not about excusing mistakes or harm you might have caused yourself or other people. It's about understanding and opening yourself back up again to show gratitude and love to another person or yourself. And it frees your heart from not feeling so heavy all the time and feeling like you have to have your guard up, you can't trust anybody. This is truly how it's an awful feeling, and I've been there, and I'm slowly trying to work my way up to opening my heart. What I recommend you do is you write a love letter to yourself or to a person that you may have hurt in the past or that may have hurt you, and you forgive yourself, you forgive them, and you try and work on that relationship. You can either send the letter or just burn it, but it's a good way of releasing and thinking about it and processing it and just letting it go after. Another beautiful way you can learn how to love yourself better is actually by embracing your imperfections. Nobody is perfect, no matter the illusion that they might give off. And also you have to remember that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and you may see your flaws and think that they are the parts of yourself you reject, but other people may truly love that about you and see your uniqueness. There's a story in the book that talks about a woman who has a birthmark, and she goes around hating her birthmark. Through self-love and learning to actually appreciate those little differences about you can make you so special and unique. And I personally love the little quirks on other people, like freckles, like different things that make a person special. And that's why I think it is so sad nowadays to see all women trying to get plastic surgery to fill this void in themselves, and thinking that becoming plastic is the answer and looking like the same woman. I think this is such a terrible headspace to be in, and we shouldn't encourage this fillers and all of this stuff because it's quite popular right now. So find something that you always criticize yourself about and learning to let go of it, to just accept it and find that flaw in other people and love them for that. If you don't like your freckles or your ginger hair, see other people, other examples, and start to love them for that. Loving yourself means cultivating a good and positive self-talk, especially in a difficult time. If you struggle with a negative self-talk, ask yourself, what would you say to a loved one in the situation? Now imagine that loved one is you, because you are loved. So talk to yourself how you would talk to a friend. Your inner voice is the compass to your soul, and sometimes you're gonna have to silence the noise around you to truly hear it. So this means spending 10 minutes a day, even longer, sitting in silence, no music, no talking, no thinking. Find joy in the small moments and doing small acts of love for your future self. Your inner child is waiting to be seen, to be loved, and to be heard. Think about all the activities that you loved doing growing up, like painting, like drawing, like dancing, like talking to friends, like swimming, and do these activities to reconnect to your inner child, what you truly care about. The next you need to focus on is loving your body, treating it right, eating good, healthy food for your skin to glow, for your teeth to shine, for all parts of yourself to be working correctly. Your body is not your enemy, it's actually your greatest ally, and you need to protect it and do the most for taking care of yourself. Stand in a mirror and start to thank your body for all that it does for you. You can go so long with neglecting how much you need your hands, your fingers, your toes, your feet. And when you lose those parts of yourself, or they begin to hurt, or you feel sick or sore, you then appreciate and realize its value. Start decluttering your life, all aspects, your closet, the drawer you have with all random stuff inside, your friend group. Just declutter everything and look at everything that makes you happy and fills you with joy, and keep those essentials in your life. This also means decluttering your digital space. Create a new brand, a new feeling, a new vibe. What do you want the people to know you for? And the next thing I recommend you do is to document your journey in your life. I truly love remembering the little moments. Your environment truly shapes your energy, how productive you are. So focus on cleaning up your environment in all aspects, your headspace, your digital space, your room, everything. Try to remove at least one bad habit at a time, at least 1 or 2 bad habits each month, depending on how much you have and what's really a priority for you. Each year, I highly recommend you start to reflect on the year and celebrate your wins. Celebrate all the times that you have achieved something and you just completely flew past it and you were like on to the next thing. Take your time and appreciate the good things. Look at how far you've come and slow down, appreciate, smell the flowers, smell the roses. Think about 3 things that you are proud of that you did today, or that you did last month, or this year. What are the biggest accomplishments you have? You need to start living authentically. Now this means in all areas of your life. You choose what you put in your body, the foods that you eat, what habits you have, how you want to present yourself to the world. And sometimes we can live in an unconscious state and do these things unconsciously, but it's time to take back your power and realize how much control and choice you do have over these things. Identify one area where you want to grow and evolve and start working on that right now. I highly encourage you to just trust the journey and enjoy it. Remember what you wanted 10 years ago and now you have it. Remember when you wanted something and now you are living in that experience today. You have what you wanted 10 years ago. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and if you watched this far, please support me. One of my goals is to grow on YouTube, so I highly would appreciate it if you can support me. Thank you so much. Bye.